Question number 8. Isn't the Northwest filled with liberals? And whoever runs the website said no. Most of the suburban and rural Northwest contain plenty of white folks who aren't liberals. There are liberals in the larger cities, but their attitudes will change when Mexicans start taking over their neighborhoods. Really? Just in the cities? Okay, hold on a second. Let's go up to the section where they say what states make up the Northwest homeland. Those states are Idaho, Oregon, and Washington primarily, with parts of Montana, Wyoming, Alaska, and even Northern California showing some promise. Well, let's just start with the states of Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. Let's see how well Obama did in those states. Mind you, I've got a list of 13 states. These 13 states are the only states in this country out of the winning. I don't even think there's any black people in Alaska, except maybe at the, I think there's a military base there. And their votes really can't count.
Okay, so, you know, I showed this part of this video for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is because we have people on here that seem to think that it's a game on YouTube to even discuss, you know, businesses being able to be white-only businesses or serve who they want, and somehow think that, you know, the racists will be shunned away. I've got a couple of links over here. I have a couple of links over here, and thanks to 40R Ever or 40 Rever, I don't know how you pronounce it. He's we just subscribe to each other, but I saw that he when I came on to YouTube, he one-starred a couple of these videos, and so I checked him out just to see why he one-starred him, and then I could see why he one-starred him. It looks like the skinhead / Aryan Brotherhood / you know, KKK / white separatist have found their way onto YouTube and are emboldened to show their face, which is a change. You know, KKK usually wouldn't, but these guys seem to show their face. And the person I showed you on the video, he uses a little clip of a black guy sucker punching a white guy. I've seen the video before. He uses this little clip, you know, to sort of stir up the emotions of people by showing, you know, obviously his point is that you know, the black people are jumping the white guys, and he even mentions, as you saw, that the Mexicans are taking over different places, and he's pretty pissed. And he's pretty pissed that we'd have the audacity in this country to have a Democratic nominee who's a black man. He doesn't like that. So to sit here and say that, you know, if we let businesses do what they want to do and not have laws and regulations, to somehow think that this guy would be first in line if you opened up a white-only bar. He'd be celebrating and toasting, saying it's about time. We're taking our land back, even though our land was actually not our land, and he's pissed because he thinks that somebody else is stealing our land that we stole from somebody else. So it's just ridiculous, and to think that people still think this way is ridiculous and scary, quite frankly. Really scary, because yeah, today they're laughed at, or today they're looked at, and people say they're stupid, but you know, it's the same thing they said about Hitler's little party, if you want to bring up the whole Holocaust. So while we're sitting here making videos, I say we as the people in our little community here make videos saying that Emendem Gary is a Holocaust denier, and that somehow he denies the Holocaust and that he is anti-Semitic, is really obscene. really obscene, because if you watch enough of Gary's videos, you realize that he wishes suffering on nothing. You know, I mean, I doubt the guy would slap a mosquito if it was biting him. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean I see eye to eye with everything he says, but you know, this guy wishes harm on nothing or nobody, and you know, somehow somebody decided that we need a little drama here, I guess. I understood what he said. He said that, you know, we've had 50 years, the Holocaust had 50 years of its recognition, and there's plenty of other genocides going on right now. There's one in Darfur, as to be serious mentioned, that yes, it gets a little airtime, but it doesn't have like 50 years worth of movies, or nobody's really rushing to stop it. As a matter of fact, China is supplying arms to the groups in Darfur who are committing the genocide and purchasing oil to finance it. So not only is nobody standing up and doing anything, we have a country that's up and coming country here, China, that is actually sanctioning it. So yeah, to get, you know, to sit there and you know, we're really focusing on the wrong person. Gary's not the one we should be focused on as far as anti-Semitic or a Holocaust denier, or you know, these guys. I don't know, you know, I don't know about flagging campaigns, but these guys shouldn't even, you know, shouldn't be on here. I mean, okay, everybody's got a right to free speech, but these guys are on the verge. You know what they're thinking. They're thinking, if you read their webpage, if you go to their channel, like I said, I'm going to have the links to the side, and you read between the lines, you know what they're saying. So these guys are right out there. So Bella, and you know, I don't really communicate with the Amazing Atheist. Anybody else who wants to take the stance of, you know, it'd be okay to have a white-only store, a white-only bar. You know, it should be legal, and also the N-word. You know, you can line up and get in line with this guy because that's what he believes. And if you want to put yourself in that company, I mean, that would be really sad, because these guys are a little bit misinformed and very, you know, something's missing in their life if they feel that they have to somehow defend something that really isn't their own. You know, I mean,
And I'm not even going to go to Northern California or any part of California. Do I really need to? I mean, California?
Northern California or any part of California, and believe me, they don't want you there.